Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Herlia Hikmah. I'm from group 5 and the other friends are Ira Mega Agustin and Vera Alpianingsih. So in this video, I would like to tell you about speech act and deixis will be presented by myself and other friends is Ira Mega Agustin. The first example sentence is I'm going to marry her. Firstly, I'm going to explain how performative verbs, speech act markers, which do not occur in direct speeches, occur in indirect speeches. Speech act in indirect speeches with non-performative verbs is I'm going to marry her, and speech act in direct speeches with performative verbs is I promise I'm going to marry her. The first utterance speech act is I'm going to marry her. It includes non-performative verb because the utterance in the speech act is not just a sentence statement that he will marry her. Instead, he promised that he would marry her. In the sentence, I promise I'm going to marry her, this is speech act that contains a performative verb which is promise. Next is about deixis. The first is deixis people. Deixis people in direct speech. Example, I'm going to marry her. In the speech spoken directly by Saiful as a speaker, an expression used to refers to the entity Saiful is a personal pronoun, the first person I. And deixis people for indirect speech. For example sentence, Saiful going to marry her. The referred revealed by the third person. The phrase used to refer to the same money entity is the name of Saiful, or the pronouns third person he. And then the next is deixis place. Deixis place in direct speech. For example sentence, I'm going to marry her at this office of religious affairs, or in Indonesia is KUA. The word of this consists of direct speech, and deixis place for indirect speech. Example sentence is Saiful said that he was going to marry her at that office of religious affairs, or in Indonesia is KUA. So the word that is consists of deixis place in indirect speech. And the last is deixis time. Deixis time in direct speech, for example sentence is I'm going to marry her tomorrow. The verb of tomorrow is deixis time in direct speech, and deixis time in indirect speech, for example sentence is Saiful said that he is going to marry her next day. So the word of next day is deixis time in indirect speech.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ira Mega Agustin. I'm going to explain about speech act. The example for indirect speech is I will go to Bandung tomorrow, and when become direct speech is I promise I will go to Bandung tomorrow. In the speech I will go to Bandung tomorrow, John as a speaker conveys his specific communicative intention to Jane as his speaking partner. A statement is not also a statement to do something tomorrow, but also a statement to promise Jane that John will go to Bandung tomorrow. Although the verb promise is not in his speech. Next is deixis people. Direct speech is I will go to Bandung tomorrow. In the speech spoken directly by John as a speaker, an expression used for refers to the entity John is a personal pronoun the first person, that is I. The indirect speech is John promise will go to Bandung tomorrow. In indirect speech, which is report spoken by a third person, the phrase used to refer the same entity is the self-name, that is John, or pronoun persona third person, that is he. Next is Daisy's place. The example for direct speech is I will go to Bandung tomorrow. Bandung is the Daisy's place. And when become the indirect speech is John said that he will go to Bandung tomorrow. Bandung is the Daisy's place. The last is Daisy's time. The example for direct speech is I will go to Bandung tomorrow. Tomorrow is the Daisy's time. And when become indirect speech is John said that he will go to Bandung next day. Next day is the Daisy's time. Well, that's all I can say. Thank you.